Hello students of 10th standard. We have started the lesson that is nothing but lesson number 2nd from your section science section B, that is nothing but life processes in living organism part 1st. Yesterday we have studied the two stages which were nothing but the prophase and metaphase. Today we are going to study the anaphase. See here, in anaphase particularly I have drawn the figure here. The centromeres of the chromosomes now start to divide. Means what? Here in case of anaphase, or you can say in the stage of anaphase, what happens here? The centromeres of the chromosome starts now to divide. Now what happens? They start to divide. Now whenever they are dividing, they are forming the two daughter chromosomes. That means after division of the chromosomes, there is formation of two daughter chromosomes. The spindle fibers pull apart the chromosomes from the equatorial region. Now these chromosomes are pulled apart. That means whenever we have seen in the metaphase, what they were? They were to the equatorial plane. The chromosomes were to the equatorial plane. Now these chromosomes are pulled apart from each other. From the equatorial region, you can say. Now these chromosomes, whichever are pulled apart, these chromosomes move to the poles. Where they move? They move from equatorial region. And they start, after moving, what happens? They move apart and they start to move towards the pole. And whenever they are moving to the pole, what happens? See there? They appear like a bunch of bananas. That means they are appearing like a bunch of bananas. That means here, whenever you see the structure of the bananas, what happens? See there? They appear like a bunch of bananas. One set of chromosome reach each pole by the end of the anaphase. That means at the, you can say, anaphase, what happens there? Actually, whenever there is a, you can say, separation of these chromosomes as they are moving apart from each other, there is a formation of one set of chromosome, and this chromosome reaches each pole by the end of the anaphase. Next comes the phase that is nothing but the telophase. This is the last phase in your, you can say, mitosis. Now what does this process tells us? See here, telophase is a reverse of events that occurs in an prophase. Now whatever the prophase phase tells us, exactly that is the telophase is exactly opposite to that. What happens? See there, in prophase we have seen that the chromosomes start to condense, but here the chromosomes start to decondense. Then see, they appear very thin. In prophase we have seen they appear very thick in structure, and due to thickening, what happens? They also increase in the size. We have seen that. But what happens here in the telophase? Exactly it is opposite to that of the prophase. What does it tells us? They appear thin. How they appear? They appear very thin and thread-like, and they appear a thread-like. Before that in prophase we have seen that it appears thick and very, you can say, bulky in nature. But here they are appearing very thin and thread-like. Now here, nuclear membrane and nucleolus reappear again. What we have seen in prophase? The nuclear membrane starts to disappear. The nucleolus also starts to disappear. We have seen it before. But here again it starts to reappear, or you can say it reappears again. The spindle fibers are completely Here the spindle fibers whichever are formed in the metaphase, or you can say in the case of the anaphase, here the spindle fibers are formed, but in telophase these spindle fibers are completely lost. Then see, the cell looks as if it has two nuclei in the cytoplasm. Whenever you see the cell, see what the cell looks like. The cell looks like it has two nuclei. That means it has two nucleus in an cytoplasm. The second step in mitosis is nothing but cytokinesis. Before that we have seen prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. The four stages we have seen in mitosis. In mitosis we know there is a karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis is nothing but a nuclear division and cytokinesis is nothing but a cytoplasmic division. Now before this we have seen all the changes that are occurring into the nucleus, that is nothing but the karyokinesis. Now here the next point that we are going to study is nothing but the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is nothing but a division of the cytoplasm. Then see what does it tells us. In animal, cells notch develops in the middle of the cell. Means what happened? In the animal cell, a notch is developed at the middle of the cell. And what happens? This notch goes on deepening. That means there is a deepens. This notch deepens. That means it goes more and more, you can say shallow time. Then again it deepens down, and later the cytoplasm divides into two. What happens? After the deepening of this notch, there is a, you can say, cytoplasm divides into two parts. In plant cell plate formation takes place and then cytokinesis takes place. But in plant cell, there is no formation of a notch. What happens? Here the cell plate is formed, and as the cell plate is formed, the, you can say, division of the cytoplasm takes place. This is nothing but the cytokinesis takes place in case of a plant. Then see next process. This is the end of the mitosis. That means two processes we have seen in this, that is nothing but the karyokinesis and cytokinesis. This is once again I will explain you. See, in animal cell what happens? There is a notch formed into the cell, and this notch goes on deepening, and whenever it deepens, the cytoplasm goes on separating. But in plant cell, there is no formation of a notch. What happens? Here the cell plate is formed, and as the cell plate is formed, the cytoplasm goes on dividing, and there takes a place of cytokinesis in case of a plant. Then this is the end of the, you can say, mitosis. Now the second point that we have seen, that is nothing but the meiosis. What we have seen in meiosis? Meiosis is a process which occurs in an, you can say, germ cells. We have seen. So what does happens here? Actually, the parents give half number of chromosomes to their, you can say, daughters. How is that here? If they are having 2n number of chromosomes, they are giving only n number of chromosomes to their daughters and daughter cells. Therefore, we say that meiosis is nothing but a reductional division. Now here, meiosis we are going to see here. It is subdivided into 5 substages. 5 substages are there in meiosis, which are this here: lipidotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis. These are nothing but the 5 stages which are formed in the meiosis. The first stage that we are going to see is nothing but the lipidotene. So what does this lipidotene tells us? See here, I have shown the cell of the meiosis in which there is a lipido-T stage. So what does this stage tells us? Initially, the chromosome starts condensation and they become compact during the lipotophy. So what happens here? The chromosome start to become compact, means they get, you can say, rigidity is forming between them. They get rigid or they get very close to each other, and due to which the compactness is formed in this, you can say, stage. The next stage in meiosis that we are going to see, that is nothing but zygote. So what does the zygote tells you? See here. In zygote, homologous chromosome starts pairing. That means what happens here? If you see the chromosomes, these are nothing but the homologous chromosomes. That means which are same in length, having at the middle centromere, and the length is equal of the chromosomes. Such chromosomes are called as a homologous chromosome. So what happens here? See, the homologous chromosome starts pairing. This pairing is called synapsis, or you can say synapsis. The process in which the homologous chromosome starts to pairing, that is called as a synapsis. Then see, the structure is called synaptonemal complex. The structure, whenever you see here, both the structure, both of the, you can say, chromosomes which are homologous starts to pairing, and this is called as a bivalent chromosomes. That means here it is called as a synaptoneal complex, which develops to hold the chromosome. What this process is done? This process is done to hold the chromosomes. That means where we are holding the chromosomes? To hold the chromosomes in their own place. We are doing this crossing. During this pairing, so what happens? Whenever there is a crossing over, or you can say this homologous chromosome starts to pairing, they are held in a place during this pairing. Each chromosome's chromatid arms divides and forms structure which is called as a bivalent. Here we have seen that there is a bivalent structure. Bivalent bi means two. If two structures are formed during the pairing, then we call it as a bivalent. Then see next one, pachytene or pachytene, or it is called as a, you can say, next stage in the meiosis. That is nothing but during pachytene stage, crossing over of non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome takes place. So what does here in this process it takes place? Here there is a crossing over of the non-sister chromatids. That means here the crossing is done. Here you see the crossing between the, you can say, homologous, you can say crossing over is done between non-sister chromatids. These are non-sister chromatids, no doubt, but they are of the homologous chromosomes that takes place. Genetic recombination is produced due to such exchange. What happens? Genetic recombination. That means there is an exchange of genes between these two chromosomes. The homologous chromosomes still remain paired even though there is an exchange of genes between these two chromosomes. They still remain paired, or you can say together, at the sites of the crossing over. So this is the stage where you can see there is a, you can see there is a non-sister chromatids which are holding together, or you can say genetic combination is, you can say, exchange between these two sister chromatids. Now the next stage is, that is nothing but diploty. So what this diploty tells us? See here, during diploty synaptomeal complex, the complex which was formed earlier. Now, this complex dissolves. Means what happens? This complex vanishes and the homologous chromosomes of the bivalent separate except at the point of a crossing over. That means what happens? Here the chromosomes are now separating except where there is a crossing over. This area only remains and remaining all area is being separated there. Now see, this looks like egg-shaped structure. Now what happens due to the, you can say, separation, there is a, you can say, formation of an egg-shaped structure and which is called as a chasmata, which is called as a chasma or chasmata. The next stage that comes, that is nothing but the dikinasis. So what does this dikinasis tells us here? This is one of the last phase of the prophase. Then see, what is done here? It is for termination of the chasmata. That means here the chasmata is terminated, is being terminated. The spindle fibers originate again. Here you can see the spindle fibers which are originated again. And over homologous chromosomes are now separated. Now this cross, here we are seeing the, you can say, chromosomes are crossed. Now these chromosomes are being separated or going long from each other. Then see the nucleolus. The nucleolus is also starting to disappear and the nuclear membrane which was here present, but here in this you can see the nuclear membrane which is in a dotted form. That means it has been disappeared in case of a dikinasis. And what happens? The nuclear envelope now breaks down. In today's lecture, you have seen the meiosis, the steps in the meiosis. Then again, you have seen some steps in the mitosis. Now, this is the end of the lesson. Further lesson we will see in the next period.